What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the TikTok. As always, we are a little late starting the YouTube live. Sorry, but here we are. Better late than never. When's the next live going to be? Tomorrow, God willing. Would you recommend paying for a custom website instead of Shopify? I mean, you can pay for a custom website on Shopify. Trying to get a business bank account for my LLC. Wells Fargo denied me. That's interesting. Why'd they deny you? Try Chase. For real. Let's go. How much capital did you start with in the very beginning of your journey? I started with $4,900, Mason, but you could start with anywhere from like 3 to 6K. Can you give me a full step-by-step on how you can buy products in bulk and from where? Alibaba would be a place. And if you guys want, I have a full A through Z series on how to sell on Amazon FBA linked on my profile. It's in a playlist. It is free. It is a 7-part series on TikTok. It's like 20 something minutes of content. There is literally not a more in-depth guide on TikTok for free than that series for Amazon private label. I can guarantee that. So you guys go check that out. I even made a video about it recently, or like not recently, but after I made that series. So many people are like, how do I sell on Amazon? How do I sell on Amazon? And then you get a full breakdown of how to sell on Amazon. And if it's not like flashy, if I don't show you guys what the money bought me, but I show you how to make the money, it won't get as many views. Meanwhile, it's still the most common question that I literally get 5 DMs every single day. Bro, put me on. Bro, teach me how to sell on Amazon. Bro, there's a course for free on my TikTok. Do you use Helium-10 or I use Helium-10? Musician, thank you so much for the follow. Siraj, thank you so much for the follow. On this account, 40% after everything, nobody. Jungle Scout or Helium-10, they're both solid. I personally like Helium-10. How do you get the product from the supplier to your product photographer? We take pictures in-house. And if you were going to send it to a photographer, you would just ship it to them. You can have your supplier ship it to them. Are you showing an actual Amazon Seller Central portal? I am, Musician. You missed it maybe about 10 minutes ago. I showed the live dashboard, refreshed the sales and everything. Actually, I have it up right now. I'll show you again. Just because I already have it up. Yes, this is a real Amazon dashboard. You can find it when you go to inventory and then inventory dashboard. So we have today. Boom, yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, last 90, and then this is the same screen. This is the same account that you guys see the screenshot. I have to refresh, hold on. Make sure it doesn't show our account name. Yeah, see when it refreshes, it shows the account name. That's why I have to put it down. All right, and then custom, same account as the screenshot that y'all see. Just a little bit updated there, and boom. Give me some feedback, bro. On what, Arturo? What up, what up? I just started and I've never seen that view. Yeah, like I said, if you go to inventory and then you go to dashboard on your Seller Central account, you'll be able to see that dashboard. How long you've been selling? Since 2019, January 2019. Do you ship one or ship all of them? You'd only ship one to your, no, why would you ship all your inventory to the photographer? How much percentage profit? 40% after everything. Did you send it to me, Arturo? Thank you. I am in, but I haven't gotten brand registry yet, so I haven't listed yet. Nice, nice. As long as you're on the path. Also, y'all, no need. I appreciate it. No need to gift. It supports the live by you guys being in here, commenting, liking the live, and sharing the live, all of which are free. I've never withdrawn a single penny from TikTok, so save your guys' money. Keep it in your pockets. But I do appreciate it. Are you able to share a few things that I sell? No, brother, for obvious reasons, like the obvious reason of me showing my sales and showing how well we do on Amazon, and then for me to go and be like, oh, this is what I sell on Amazon. Those are the obvious reasons as to why I don't share the products that I sell. Corey, I already answered that question, bro. Crystal, thank you for sharing the live. My ACOS is very high. I have 5 keywords, broad phrase, exact of them. How to have less, what to do to have less ACOS, get more reviews, increase your conversion rate. Go watch my videos on PPC. I cover it very in depth in my YouTube and TikTok. So I would go watch those videos. I literally just posted a brand new YouTube video today on PPC, a metric that you guys need to be tracking. If you're not tracking tacos for your ads, and if you don't even know what tacos is, you have to stop everything and you have to reassess your strategy, because that is the most important thing you need to track when it comes to Amazon PPC ads. That's not going to be how you would decrease your ACOS, but you need to understand it because it gives you the broad view of your account and product profitability. Stuff on product research, how would you recommend approaching this? Well, lucky for you, Siri, we got to 3K likes today. Actually, we got to 8K likes. Shout out to all of you. But we got our like goal today. What does that mean? That means that once we hit our like goals, we get little rewards in the live, such as we're going to do live product research. Hold on. What up, hype? All right, so let me pull everything up. We'll do some live product research right now. We're going to use the Amazon search method. I'll let you guys pick the category. We can do home and kitchen, office products, toys and games. I think those are the 3 that I'd want to do right now. I'll let you guys pick. No, I don't sell electronics or chargers. That I avoid those products. That's not part of my product category. So we're definitely not going to do those. What was 2, lazy investor? I already forgot what I said is the second one. Home and kitchen, office products. All right, we got 2 home and kitchen. Let's do that. Launched a new product, but I'm scared the market saturation. Many new competitors are in, but most of them poor listing in the same generic product. Then you have nothing to be worried about. Just focus on you, brother. You already launched. What are you going to do? Take it back? You have to stick to the fundamentals. That's the only thing any of you should ever focus on when you're launching a product on Amazon. The fundamentals. There's not like this magic formula that somebody's going to tell you, oh, bro, if you sit at a 45-degree angle when you're working on your PPC campaigns, that's how you're going to make it successful. No. It's the fundamentals. A good product, good differentiators, good pricing strategy, great reviews, pushing for reviews, optimizing your PPC campaigns, pushing for conversion, making proactive optimizations, collecting data and seeing what you need to do with that, or let me rephrase that, collecting data and seeing what optimizations you need to make based on the data. It's selling good with only 2 reviews and PPC is not spending a lot. I have no return so far. Then you're on, that's the fundamentals, brother. That's what I'm saying. So you need to push for more reviews. If you're doing good with 2 reviews, that's a really good sign. You need to push for more reviews, and it's the fundamentals. So like I'm glad that you said, I'm glad that it's doing good, but the two don't correlate. You're like, oh, but the new sellers and everything, but how do I do good? Well, you already launched. The new sellers have nothing to do with that unless you want to target them in your PPC ad campaigns. You stick to the fundamentals that makes every other successful Amazon seller successful, and that is everything that I just mentioned. Guys, and here's another thing that I gotta throw it out. PPC ads are not meant to make your product profitable. Let me say that again. PPC ads are not what makes your product profitable. In fact, PPC ads are not even the thing that sell your product. Let me say it again. PPC ads are not the thing that sell your product. So what sells your product? Your product sells your product. Sounds obvious. It's like, Luke, what do you want about? If I get a click on my PPC ad, I sell a water bottle. I'm bidding on a keyword water bottle, and I get a click for it. Whether I get a sale or not, the PPC ads did its job. This is the biggest disconnect that I see from sellers. Outside of like, how do I start and how do I do product research? The PPC question is the biggest misconception and question that I get. If I had $1 for every time I heard somebody say, I'm struggling on PPC, I would match my Amazon profits with how many times I heard that. Think about that. Think about how common of a thing it is. If your PPC ad gets a click and no sale, it did its job. If your PPC ad got a click and no sale, your product listing did not do its job. Somebody went onto your product listing, they looked at your images, they looked at your bullet points, they looked at your description, they looked at your A+ content, they saw your reviews, they saw your price, and they said, this isn't for me, I'm going to buy from somebody else. PPC does not influence people to buy your product. You have the same, I wouldn't say the same chance, how do I phrase it? You're on the same playing field as somebody else who's running PPC ads on the same product as you. So it's not the PPC. You guys need to understand the correlation between if I'm converting and what's going on with my rank, if I'm not converting and what's going on with my product listing. That is the biggest key. And when the new sellers or novice sellers unlock that mentality, the Amazon game changes for them. If you're a seller who believes that PPC ads should be selling your product, not driving traffic, that's what they should be doing, but selling your product, you are going to have a very, very, very rough go when it comes to Amazon PPC ads, you guys. Conversion rate is what turns traffic into the sale. If I have a 5% conversion and I get 100 clicks and that equals 5 sales, or actually let's run it back. 20 clicks equals 1 sale. Targeting does matter, 100% Canada. But if I had to rank everything, I'd put targeting after that, because like targeting is almost like assumed. Like if I'm selling a water bottle and I'm bidding on iPad case, of course I'm not going to sell my product, but that's assumed because targeting is irrelevant. So relevancy 110% matters, but conversion matters more. Okay, I went on a little tangent there. We're still doing product research. We're going to look up, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Just give me a sec. We'll get it. Targeting, the keywords that you target, your targets for the keyword. When you're aiming down sites, your target is right in front of you. That is the target. That was a bad analogy, actually. The target, the things that you are bidding on, the keywords or product targets. Is $1,000 per day in sales private label considered good? That's great. I would consider $100 a day great, honestly, if you're profitable. You guys shouldn't get too wrapped up in like, is this number good? Is this number good? Like, is your business growing and are you making money? Because if you have a product doing $3K in top line revenue and it's netting you after all said and done $1,000 in your pocket, subjectively, is that a bad thing? Is $1,000 in profit bad? No, I'd say that's great. And that also matters. Yes, your profit margin, because if you're not profitable on that $1,000, then what are we doing here? Canada, if your competitors are in a price war, but the value of your product overshadows that of the other competitors, then I think you're fine. I hardly ever compete on price, bro. How much capital is needed for your first brand on Amazon? I'd say minimum 3K USD. I can't get in contact with Dangerous Goods team with Amazon. My supplier is giving me a pre-made safety data sheet, but Amazon says I need to have my brand name on it and my listing name on it. Then put your brand and listing name on it. Use a PDF editor or ask your manufacturer just to edit the PDF. Pre-made doesn't mean they can't edit it. They can just remake it. That was a YT comment. Appreciate you. All right, let's do some live product research. Let me share my screens. Oh, wait, I have to respond to these texts real quick. What is the best strategy for a beginner? Sticking to the fundamentals, bro. Everything that I teach, every video that I have, all of the advice that I give is what I would consider the best strategy. Like, it's not a, hey guys, do this, but then I do this other thing. So if you guys stay up to date with my content and watch my videos, check out the YT videos, you will know exactly how I do things. In fact, I have a series going over exactly what I'm doing for a brand new seller account and documenting the entire journey. Omid, thank you so much for the follow. So excited to launch that second product, bro. The one I sent you seems promising. Yes, I agree, Jay. Jay, one of the mentorship students up in here. I agree. I think it's a great product, or a great product with potential, I should say. And yeah, excited for you, brother. Airstick, another one of the mentorship students up in here. Good to see you. We got Arturo, we got Airstick, we got J-Name, 3 of the mentorship students up in here. Let's get it, baby. All right, YT, I'm about to start sharing my screen, which means I won't be able to see the chat. But just to confirm, can you guys see the screen? I'm talking to YT. Had a call with a new platform today that's looking for US made. Wait, what? Had a call with a new platform that's looking for US made. Can you guess? No, you stumped me, brother. Actually, a new platform. Platform looking for US made? TikTok? Oh, TikTok? Wait, that's not a new platform. What's a new platform? You got to tell me now. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to do some live product research. The people voted that we're going to do it in home and kitchen today. So that is what we shall do. Also, y'all, just real quick, make sure you guys go show some love to my last few TikTok videos. Make sure anytime you see my videos on your page, you drop a like, you drop a comment, you drop a share. It encourages me to make better content when you guys show love. Like, I put out the A through Z series, and I said that if it got a certain view goal and a certain like goal, that I would make more in-depth series on that. I genuinely think when it comes to Amazon private label, there is not a series more in-depth than that one that I put out. But it didn't get the love, so I decided, because it took me a long time to record those, it didn't get the love, so I decided we will not be doing in-depth series like that. So make sure you guys go show some love to the videos if you guys want to motivate your boy to make the best content ever, which I already do think I do. Benefits all of you. It's wild. Temu, and they have a wholesale format. It's wild, the stuff the rep said. Looks like you and I are going to have a call, Mr. Airstick, because I would like to know about that. If you're free, I'll give you a call after this live, because that sounds very interesting, to be honest. Did they reach out to you? I'm assuming they did. How do you take pictures for your products? You can use a photo box if you wanted to take them in-house. Get a fairly cheap photo box on Amazon, or you can hire a photographer and send them one of your products. Yeah, they reached out. You know who I just got an invite from? And I'm a little bummed that I can't go. I got an invite from Amazon themselves to attend a kind of like not a mastermind, because they're not like teaching us, but they allegedly contacted some of what they considered some of the top PPC experts in the space. I made the list and got invited to an exclusive event in the beginning of May with a bunch of other Amazon PPC sellers, but I will be out of the country, so I won't be able to attend, which does suck because it looks like a really cool event, and I would probably meet a lot of really cool people, but I will be out of the country. Still waiting for product research. Yeah, sorry. I got distracted. I'll go as Luke Basha in disguise. Nice, brother. I love it. You just take notes. I'll get you some glasses so that you like those spy glasses so you can record everything for me. You just watch the PP. You're one of the mentorship students, so just watch the PPC Masterclass, Jay, like 10 times before you go so that you memorize everything that I would say when it comes to PPC ads, and we're good to go. Sassy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. How much investments you need for this account? On this account, it's been quite a lot, but this is a 5-year-old account. Like I just started the brand new account. So far we're in about like five Gs, but that includes like brand registry, our trademark, LLC, or corporation, and all of that. Okay, I'm going on too many. PPC are like a billboard. Luke Basha. Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm going on too many tangents. Let's do the live product research. So I'm going to walk you guys through the process. First things first is we're going to search something generic. This is one of 2 methods that I use when it comes to product research. It's been one of my more favorite ones recently, but I honestly bounce back and forth between the methods. I like them both. So we'll go over that in a second. I'm gonna get to everyone's question. Don't worry. We're just so I don't get distracted because I go on tangents. We're gonna finish the product research and then I'm gonna get to everyone's question. So search something generic like home and kitchen. If we wanted to look at toys, we'd look up toys. If we wanted to look up office products, we'd look up office products. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna go and see a bunch of products here that are in that category. Phase 1. So phase 1 does not mean the thing that we're picking here is going to be the product that we're selling, but phase 1 is we're looking for a product that catches our eye. Remember, product research. We are researching right now. We are not officially or deciding. We are researching, right? So we'd scroll through. You don't have to look on page 1. You can literally just continue to scroll through because you'll get a bunch of different ideas on potential products to launch. The one that caught my eye is this candle lamp warmer right here. Okay, so phase 2 is we're going to want to identify the main keyword for this product. You will be able to identify that in the title in most cases, and it'll usually be the first few keywords. It's probably candle warmer lamp or candle lamp warmer. In this case, it's kitchen trash bags or trash bags. In this case, it's probably bar stool set or bar stool. In this case, no, that's a branded product. In this case, probably sink caddy organizer. In this case, it's probably olive oil sprayer. I've been doing this a while, so I can identify the main keyword just by looking at the title in most cases, but I'll also show you guys how to confirm that. For this next phase, you are going to need some kind of product research software, Helium 10 or Jungle Scout. I use Helium 10. And I have their Google Chrome extension downloaded. That's what this is right here. So you're going to want to make sure you have that. So candle warmer lamp. We're going to come back to our search bar and we're going to search up that main keyword. Because I have the Google Chrome extension, this is what it's going to show me. So it's going to show me the keywords. So it's going to start generating through Amazon's API different keywords that it's potentially trying to guess. And I'm looking for the one that's the most relevant, but has the best and highest search volume. So in this case, we see candle warmer lamp at 219. We can even test. So remember how I said maybe it's candle lamp warmer. So now we look, okay, this only has 8,000. So we were on the right track. I already knew that, but I want to show you guys the thought process. So we're on the right track. Highest search volume, most relevant to what we're looking at. Sweet. Now we go on to phase 3. So here we see, we want to make sure that all the products are relevant, which they are. We see that it's just all candles here. Okay, now let's analyze this product market. Before I even pull up the X-ray extension, which is going to lead us into phase 4, or excuse me, phase 3, which is going to lead us into our next phase. Before I even pull that up, I want to say this. It should take you no more than 1 to 3 minutes to analyze a potential product. So we're going to do this. We're going to pull up our timer. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a lot. And this is going to be with me explaining it. It will still be under 3 minutes. All right. And it's even, I bet you this will even include the long startup time or load up time that the Helium 10 X-ray extension will have. I'm going to make the odds stacked against me, and we'll start it before we can even see the data. So let's do it. So we're going to pull up our Helium 10 Google Chrome extension. Of course, it's going to take extra long to load because we're on a timer. So here, the X-ray extension is going to show me all the data for all the products here on page 1. It does this automatically for me now, but just in case, make sure that you hide all sponsored products. We only want to look at organic results here. We're going to look at search volume. We want the search volume at least over 2K, and we want to make sure it's not seasonal. Now, the search volume is pretty strong throughout the year, actually very strong throughout the year for this product. Regardless, it does have a spike. You'll find that most products have a spike. Even though this is like a 10x spike, it just makes sense that this product does extra well during December, but I don't consider this seasonal. And when you see little ups and downs like this is pretty normal. It would be seasonal if something like Christmas ornaments, where it's at 1 million and then it drops down to like 2,000 throughout the year. That's highly seasonal. And we're also looking at this product in April, so it gives us a better gauge. Next thing I'm looking at is total revenue. I want that to be at least 200K, so we're good there. Average revenue, I want it to have the potential to make at least 10K a month. That'll usually make the average revenue anywhere from like 7 to 10K. Average price, I want it to be at least $30. Now, I see that this product is under $30, which would disqualify this product for me. I'm still going to show you guys every single metric. I'm going to show you guys every single metric to look at, but look at the minute 38 mark, we would have been done because this product doesn't meet the criteria here, and we would have rinsed and repeated the process and moved on to the next. I'm still going to be under 3 minutes, and I'm going to show you everything. Average reviews, 906. That's a little high. I usually cap it out at 900. Like if it's at 800, I'm okay because I'm looking for a product that's under or around 500 reviews. It's 600, 700. 800, I'm okay with. 900, it's really pushing it. We want to make sure all the products are relevant by organizing by most reviews to least. We see that they are. So last thing that we would want to do is go to review count here, do max 200, apply filters, and we are going to go to parent level revenue, organize it by greatest to least by having the arrow facing down. And we would want at least 20% of low reviewed sellers, 20% of this number here, which it's a low number because the average reviews are so high, but we would want 20% of low reviewed sellers making at least 10K a month. With all the explaining, with showing it at a lag time, we were under 3 minutes for looking at this product. Had I just been looking at this product on my own without explaining it, we would have been at like a minute or a minute 30 seconds. When I say product research is a numbers game, this is exactly what I mean. If we don't find a product that meets the criteria, we literally will go back. So here we go. Oh, whoops. We'll go back. I messed up. But this is where our original page where we looked up home and kitchen. So that's the product that caught our eye. We would rinse and repeat the process, and we would go and look for another product that caught our eye. We would then go and analyze that potential product until we found a product that met our criteria. If you guys are doing product research properly, it really should not take you more than a few days to find a potential product. Now, for those of you who still struggle with product research and wanted me to select your product for you based on the criteria that I use and teach, I do have the product selection option in my mentorship program, where again, we will select your product for you. All right, my boy Airstick, he's been in the product selection program, gotten a few products from us. Few other students. Jay, I don't think you were, right, Jay? I don't think so, unless I'm forgetting. But that is available for those who wanted to not spend the time on product research and just fast track the process. But that is exclusive for my mentorship students. All right. Answer that. How do I do the infographic photos? You'd have a graphic designer do that. You can check out AMZ Masterclass Optimized. Sassy, thank you so much for the follow. I bought inventory of stuff. What do I do after? What business model are you doing? Lost, thank you for sharing the live. Good to see you, brother. Manuel, thank you for the follow. Would the logo on the product packaging be enough for brand registry, or do I need it on the product? On the packaging is good. Lazy Airstick, thank you for sharing the live. User 96, thank you so much for the follow. Can I get those parameters? Product that has the potential to make at least 10K a month. I mean, also guys, go look at my Coachella video. I know it's random, but go look at my Coachella video where I'm talking smack on people who bought Coachella tickets on a payment plan. This one. So check out that video. I only say that one because written down is all of my product criteria, and that's the last video I did it on. It's a recent one. So I'll say it on the live, but for reference, if you guys want to like screenshot it or have it written out, it is on that video. Product with the potential to make at least 10K a month. Total revenue, at least 200K. Must be able to stand out and differentiate from the competition. Average price, at least $30. Advertising cost per click for the main keyword, no more than $1.50. 20% of low reviewed sellers must be able to achieve at least 10K plus a month. Average reviews under or around 500. No electronic, no fragile, no trademark, patented items. And I believe, in search volume, at least 2K, no seasonal items. Singe, thank you so much for the follow. How to get suppliers, Alibaba, Import Yeti, ChatGPT. Also, I am hosting a free training tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys haven't reserved your spot already, I don't know if I'm going to do another live training. I told myself that I wasn't going to do one after the last one, but just given the new tariff situation and everything, I thought, all right, might as well do one before my trip. So that will be tomorrow. You guys can sign up in the TikTok bio. I've heard a few people say they can't see the TikTok bio, LINK. So if you guys can't, just head over to the IG and you'll be able to see it. Iman, go look at that video that I just said. I have it all written out on that video. You can just screenshot it. Again, Erica, thank you for the follow. How do I go about selling branded products? I don't sell branded products. I create my own brands because I think that is the more evergreen, more profitable, and the better business model on Amazon. But you would need an invoice from an official wholesaler or distributor for the brand that you want to be able to sell, because you have to get approval to sell those items. Amazon does not allow just anybody to go and list Nike items with no proof that the Nike items that they're buying and the way that they buy the items are legit. I've even been talking to some wholesale and arbitrage sellers who are like the big sellers in the space, and they've been telling me how Amazon is significantly making it more difficult for that business model. I'm not talking about the guys who make videos trying to tell people to go into that business model. I'm talking about the real ones in the trenches. Give it 3 years, wholesale and arbitrage is not what it is today. So you do private label. I do, Ace, the best business model on Amazon, if I do say so myself. Let's get it. Y'all, shameless plug, because I've been giving you a straight hour of just straight value. If you guys like the lives, like the videos, want me as your personal mentor, want access to the Harvard of Amazon FBA private label education, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program in the TikTok bio. truly is the Harvard of Amazon FBA private label education. I've had students join. Hold on, I have to do a puzzle to stay on live. I don't know why TikTok does this. Anyways, I have literally had students join from every private label course, program, mentorship that you can think of. If you can name it, I've had students join from it. Don't you think that's very telling? That if you went to Harvard, don't you think if you went to Harvard, you'd feel like your Harvard degree was enough for you to go on to the real world? Why do you have to go to Yale and then this college and then this college? No, you get the one and then you move. I think that's very telling. When people buy a program, buy a course, feel like they didn't get the support or the value that they needed and have to go and spend more on mine. You can save a lot of trouble and just check out mine first. But like I said, shameless plug that's my only fee, that you guys have to listen to my shameless plugs a few times in the live. But I also I know that's not available for everyone. That's why I do these lives. I know that, buying a high ticket program isn't necessarily in the cards for everyone. That's why I have thousands of videos on my TikTok, my YouTube, in-depth videos on my YouTube. That's why I have a full A through Z guide on my TikTok for free, the most in-depth guide you'll ever find on FBA private label on TikTok. I can guarantee you that, for free in a playlist on my profile for everybody to go see. So be sure to check all of those things out. The video, you guys, is this video right here. Like I said, it's not even far from my profile. This one right here, the step-by-step, no payment plan needed. That's the one to go check out if you guys want to see my product criteria. I don't gatekeep any information, by the way, y'all. I don't gatekeep my product criteria. I don't gatekeep how I find products. I don't gatekeep how I run my PPC ads, how I structure them, how I optimize them. And if all the content and all the value in the free videos is there, what do you think is in the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program, baby? Let's go. But no shame, brother. Preach. God bless you, Bearstick. Much love, brother. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate you. Be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. I'll be going live almost every night this week. I'm going to be getting ready to go on a pretty big trip. So the lives will be far and few between the next couple weeks. So y'all make sure that you get into the lives this week, because I will be going live this week. But then after that, the lives will be a little bit choppy because I'm going to go enjoy life a bit. What is what? Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. Everybody have a blessed night. Blessed day. How much product should I start with? How many pieces of each? I start with 100 to 300 units, Omid, because I want to get proof of concept on a product before I go all in on it. We don't have the data. We don't know how the product will perform. You might know how your competitors perform, but your competitors aren't you. 100 to 300 units, test the market, go from there. God bless you all. AMZ Masterclass Mentorship in the TikTok or IG bio. I hope everyone has a blessed night, and I will see you soon. Ace, if you're still in here, sorry, brother. I was gone on the tab. If you don't have a lot of capital to start, then yes, OA or RA, brother. Sent you a product, bro. Arturo, I'm just going to message you, brother. Sorry, I was going on rants today, but I'll message you about that right now. God bless y'all. See you soon.